Good morning from here. This is 5 a.m. Uh, I'm just here to talk about something that my wife drew my attention to during the day before I slept. It happened, a woman, she had a revelation, and her video really spoke to me, and it's such a great warning and a great revelation regarding what is happening on this last day. The reason why I wanted to do this, because I'm a pastor, and this is what is happening to so many pastors and so many men and women who are called in different offices on this earth. The way she narrated her dream and the trance, really touched me. Mind you, we are on the serious last day. This is the last day where we don't take anything for granted. Every vision, every revelation, every dream, we have to take it serious, because God is speaking so much in this last day. His voice is very loud. But how many of us are able to receive this message and convey it back to His people? And how many of us are willing to go on our knees and receive from Him and want the word, the wrath that is about to fall on them? So this is the revelation. I call it trance because that's what she's always saying in that video. It's there on YouTube. I'm going to ask my wife to link it so that you can go listen to her. But what she shared really touched me. She talks about the trance. The one that I picked, which really caught my attention, was the trance. She saw people standing. If at first it was like a statue, but her eyes were now deeply open to see that there's a human standing. Many of them were putting clothes, different kinds of attires, some of them in suits, some of them in white, some of them in a form of lawyers. And as they were standing, behold, the Lord led her to, look at their faces. They were all putting on masks. Some of them were covered by human hands. In their mouth was covered. Some of them, their faces were fully covered with what? Masks. And she was like, she woke up and she was asking God, what is this? What are you saying? And God spoke to her. She says, so many people in their offices of calling day, they've been shut up because of this pandemic and the way the system is being run in this last day. Everyone is being shut up. You don't go out. You told you have the freedom to speak, through social media. You just type from your home. But everything is being monitored. You don't really say your mind. But while that was going on, while we're watching this, God spoke more deeply to us. The Lord said to us, look, this is not just people being covered, people being monitored through the system, but there are sons and daughters of mine who have sold themselves, who have polluted themselves, who have soiled their hands where they shouldn't have. Where? How? Lord, what are you saying? Men and women, they came to you as a pastor. They pay tithes. They're not doing anything. You don't know their source of income. You don't care to know. All you do is to collect. And some people, group of people come to you. Their source of income. What they're doing is not right. You go, you take from them, they come and give you and you collect. You compromise because the situation of thing in your church. You begin to compromise to take where you should not. Sit with people you are not supposed to, forgetting that you are the light of the world. You are the salt of the earth. That your word really matters. Let me tell you, when we don't speak, with the authoritative voice of God, we are not making an impact. These men, their mouths are closed, their faces are covered with marks because they have dined and wined with the devil. That is why in the spirit realm, their faces are covered, they are not recognized. Their mouths are covered because their voice have been silenced. They must scream from the pulpit, they must pray for you, but believe me, nothing is going to happen. There will not be any effective because they have already soiled their hands. They have sold their authoritative voice for a plate of a meal, something that would not last. We have to be careful as sons and daughters, more especially shepherds. We have to be very careful. Every one of us are called to preach the gospel. Believe me, we are all leaders. You might be a leader in your home, in your office, wherever you found yourself. Know that you're a leader. And we have to find a way, by all means, to spread the gospel. To tell the people, look, if I tell you, even let's look at the aspect of the lawyers. Lawyers are no longer saying the truth at all. Many of them have been bought completely. God used lawyers as an instance. God used the faces of the lawyer to speak to her. How much lawyers lies just to earn money. How much they are willing to compromise to sell the truth. For what? For food. Because they say it's a profession, but they are not willing to say the truth. They are full of lie. That is what is happening today. A lawyer that his mouth has been covered. We supposed to stand in a place of mediating between God and man, between God and humanity. We are supposed to be the we are supposed to be the lawyer that will defend the lost and bring them back. Stand for the oppressor. Stand for that one who is weak. But when our mouth is covered, what can we say? We can't even speak on behalf of them. Our words has no value anymore. God is speaking. God is speaking. It's very, very important for you and I to begin to put to work every single thing that God has deposited in us. To reach out to people, let the world know this is what the Lord wants us to do. Thus says the Lord, this is what you are all to do. Let's stop this compromisation. Let's stop compromising. Because the more we compromise, the more we give chance to the man of lawlessness to come in, the Antichrist. The church have the capacity to withstand and, to say, no, this is not the time. How much are we to pray? How much are we willing to pray? How much are we willing to stand in gap? So, I believe you understood what this message is all about. You are an advocate to this word. You are an advocate to those who have been lost. Please make use of your office very well, and don't compromise because of situation of life. Do not allow the devil to buy you with money. In the book of Ecclesiastes, it said, 3, everything is vanity, vanity upon vanity. Let me tell you, in the book of Luke, the devil took Jesus, he told Jesus, said, look at the glory of that sword. In a twinkle of eyes, you know what is meaning of the twinkle of eyes? Snap of finger. It showed Jesus the glory of that sword. He said, if you will bow down to me, I will give it to you, because it's mine to give it to anyone whom I wishes to. Everyone wants the glory of the sword today. The glory of the sword, the fakeness, the popularity, luxury life, the best car, living the best mansion, become a celebrity that people will adore. But they don't longer care about their conscience. Nobody cares. If I said nobody, means out of 100, if 70 or 80% are playing the same role, that means no one cares. 20% is too less to compare to 80%. So I plead to you that is listening to the sound of my voice this moment, make use of your office very well. Please make use of your office very well. Do not allow the enemy to cause your own sword to become sworдлess, because there is no remedy. When your mouth is being closed, I mean to say, there is no way you can speak. When your eyes, when your whole face are being covered with marks, there is no people could recognize you. You are not being recognized. That is why you see so many pastors, they prophesy, they speak. Oh yeah, a word of knowledge is there, but their voice are not recognized in the realm of the spirit. It has no effect. You see people coming to church week to week, they are the same. You see people being prophesied, nothing is happening. Why? Because one way you have compromised the gospel, you have compromised the message. If you are one of those, please, I want you to go on your knees and ask the Spirit of the Lord, open my eyes to the place that I have wronged you, where I have got it all wrong, where I have missed it, where I have neglected you. Please take me back to where I'm supposed. This is the message. I believe it's going to touch you to also speak to someone that is out there. Please, let's spread this message. Christ is coming. He wants us to make use of our office so that we will not be left behind. I love you all. God bless you.
When there's no more hope is left in me, I can see what comes my way.